Hi, friends. Welcome to another wonderful day of digital learning. We are going to be looking at factoring trinomials today. So let's get those slides up. All right, so factoring trinomials, we have our anti-set here, solving some diamond problems. So go ahead and pause the video and try to solve those. Okay, let's go over the solutions here. Something times 18 is 180. 10 times 18 is 180. 10 plus 18 is 28. Something times 6 is 84. 84 divided by 6 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. 13 times 8 is 104. 13 plus 8 is 21. 11 plus something is 21. That something is 10. 11 times 10 is 110. 20 times 9 is 180. 20 plus 9 is 29. And 280 divided by 14 is 20. 20 plus 14 is 34. So those are our diamond problems for today. They're actually going to come in handy later. Essential question: how can you undo multiplication when you cannot divide? So we were looking at multiplying polynomials and how can we undo that multiplying polynomials when we know that we can't divide because we've already combined like terms, so we can't just directly divide. So the goal for today is to be able to factor trinomials. This is actually how the target of a missile is determined. So somebody shoots a missile in the air and it explodes somewhere, and that somewhere is actually determined by a factoring process. So hoping that missiles go to the right place and not the wrong place is all about factoring. Today, your practice assignment is factoring Trinomial's digital card sort in Google Classroom. I've made a copy for each of you. You're just going to click and drag the factors that match each trinomial into the appropriate box. And hopefully that language will make sense here in a little bit. A reminder for simplifying polynomials: if we have two like terms, we know that they're like terms because they have x with an exponent of 1, which really means we don't write the exponent. So we have x squared plus 7x plus 12 here. That's going to be something we're going to have to do later on today. Reminder for multiplying polynomials: x times x is x squared, 2 times x is 2x, x times 3 is 3x. Remembering how to pull out a GCF, so we're looking at 3x squared. The factors there are 3 times x times x. 21x has factors of 3 times 7 times x. And 36 can be factored into 9 times 4. And 9 is 3 times 3, and 4 is 2 times 2. So taking a look at all three of our factors, they all have 1, 3. So we would pull out that GCF. We can put a 3 out in front, and 3x squared divided by 3 just gives us x squared. And 21x divided by 3 gives us 7x. And 36 divided by 3 gives us 12. And we can find that by looking at our remaining factors. Okay, so the steps. Steps me for factoring. When we look at a trinomial, we call this term ax squared. We call this term bx. And we call this term c. We take our ax term and we put it in here in our upper left-hand corner. And we take our c and we put it in the lower right-hand corner. And we multiply those two together and put the product here. Now, if you're not following along right now, you're not like, I don't really know what goes where are the numbers? That's okay. I'm going to show you that in the next slide. This is just a reference slide so that you know what the steps are. If you need to, you can pause the video and copy these steps down and then look at them in the future slides. So coming back to our steps, step 2 is multiply ax squared and c and put it up here. Step 3, put bx in the bottom of the diamond, so bx goes here. We solve the diamond problem, and our solutions for the diamond problem go into our box. And M and N are interchangeable in the sense that you could put M down here if you put N up here. That's okay, whatever ends up working for you. Then we pull out a GCF for each row and column, and then we write our answer in this format. So that's kind of the starting format when we're multiplying. So let's look at an example. We have ax squared is x squared, and that goes right here. And we have c has 12, and that goes right here. And we multiply those together, and we get 12x squared, and we put it right here. Our bx term is 7x, and that goes in the bottom of our diamond problem. Then we solve our diamond problem. What multiplies to 12 and adds to 7? And that's 3x and 4x. And we put those in our empty spaces in our box. So that's like our solution that we were getting from our multiplying. But now we need to figure out what it was that we were multiplying by pulling out a GCF. So when I look at this term here, x squared, that has to come from x times x. And indeed, x is the GCF of x squared and 4x. To get 4x, I would multiply 4 by x. I have an x here as a GCF of x squared and 3x. To get 3x, I would do x times 3. And just verifying 3 times 4 gives us 12. So that tells us that our factors are x plus 3 and x plus 4. So our final step is to write them in this format. Let's try another example. If you'd like, you can pause the video and try this one on your own. Otherwise, if you need more support, you can just follow along. X squared goes here, 15 goes here, and we put 15x squared in the top of our diamond. 8x goes in the bottom of our diamond. And then we ask ourselves, what multiplies to 15 and adds to 8? And that's 3x and 5x. So we can put 3x and 5x in our box. The next question is, what's the GCF of x squared and 5x? Which is x. So pulling that out, we get that our factors on top are x and 5 because x times x is x squared and 5 times x is 5x. Looking at our next row, our GCF of 3x and 15 is 3. We just want to check that that works with the rest of the box. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. So now we can write our answer. Our factors are x plus 3 and x plus 5. And that's our final answer. So today, I'm asking you to practice that same thing in the digital card sort on Google Classroom. We're asking for which factors, and these right here are factors, make a trinomial, where this is your trinomial. Just working that multiplication backwards. Okay. Your objective for today is to be able to factor trinomials, and that's what we're practicing in the Google Slide sort. Your closure, for your closure, in your attendance question for today, I want you to write what feels good about today's lesson and what questions you still have about today's lesson, because this is a very important skill that we're going to need moving forward.